Happy belated 4th of July everyone. As such is the occasion, it is time to declare our independence from the English, again. Hopefully. The New Mexico is very similar to the Warspite in some regard. It has a little over 13 inches of a torpedo belt armor, 13.5 to be exact, while the Warspite only has 13. The turret traverse is a little better than the Warspite, but thankfully you have 12 guns on 4 turrets, whereas the Warspite only has 4 turrets with 2 guns each. The side effects of using this ship include, but not limited to, excessive use of fireworks, scaring little dogs and cats, declaring your independence, an outright hatred of tea and taxes, and a paranoia of the government that causes you to have your guns on your person at all times, scaring everyone that is in the building. The guns on the New Mexico are a little lacking. 356mm guns at tier 6, thus making it the smallest guns for its tier of battleships, and when fighting against their former oppressors, bad results happen. That being said, despite the size of the Japanese battleship guns, the New Mexico is a good ship to use against them. If you know how to shoot like me, then you'll be able to citadel most, if not all ships that broadside you. Thankfully, due to the thickness of the armor on the New Mexico, it's relatively difficult to be citadeled. That being said, you don't want to risk it either. The New Mexico will prove to be a worthy ship, to be a breakthrough force, or even a tank in terms of taking damage and dealing it. As such, you'll want to be up front, near the enemy, but not too close, because of torpedoes. 10 to 11 kilometers will do well. Since they are still rather huge guns, 356mm, you don't really need to citadel to do a lot of damage. In this regard it'll be for the best if you shoot near the superstructure, the upper hull area, since that's where the weaker armor is. That is, if you're shooting from a distance. If you're up close, within 8 kilometers, then please, shoot for the waterline at the red parts of the ship. You'll see why later. I also forget, if you are outnumbered, running away like this is quite reasonable. Just like the minute men at Lexington, you will then kick their asses back to their homeland like in Concord.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Be careful of Japanese cruisers. Once again their armor is a bit trolling.
What the fuck is that?
Did I mention the New Mexico has decent AA? I didn't. Sorry. That agonizing feeling when the reload is taking too long. Remember when I mentioned that you don't really need to citadel to do a lot of damage? Here's an example. Fucking beautiful. Also, I'm sensing a pattern here. From what it looks like, a few of my grade replays come from this map, also from this section of the map. That's rather weird. By the way, in terms of brawling and knife fighting, don't do what I'm doing. Instead, angle the fuck out of your ship to get the most bounces and non-penetrating shots, while dealing as much damage as you can. After all, that's profit. The bad thing about having so many guns on so few turrets is that, if one turret is gone, then that's a significant amount of firepower that you've lost, which would prove crucial later.
Enemy severely damaged.
Overall, This battle was pretty good, but I could have done so much better.
All stations. Concentrate fire on the target.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
Fucking beautiful. It is now time to reenact the American Revolution, Ship Edition. Also, I broke a cardinal sin, showing my broadside onto a battleship, and not just any battleship, a fucking warspite. That fucking hurt. Overall, the Warspite is a better ship than the New Mexico, since the New Mexico's chief amount of armor is around the middle of the ship, whereas the Warspite's armor is fucking everywhere. Not to mention the gun difference. The New Mexico has 356mm guns, while the Warspite has 381mm T-Kettles. Interestingly speaking though, I did quite well in this match, although now that sounds a bit egotistical. Sorry, anyway, I did a lot of damage, but apparently I need to get much better before I can be good.
Our victory is in sight.
A bit of a spoiler, I won't survive this match and it's a defeat. Which makes sense, since I've done so much, and yet the northern flank did fuck all. It's as if they bent themselves over and spread their cheeks for the oncoming assault.
Critically damaged.
I hope you enjoyed this. As before, click on these two videos if you wanna see similar content. Anyway, if you want to, you can ask for a review on any ship that I haven't done yet, and if I can, then I'll do it soon. I hope you have a nice day and a happy belated 4th of July.